The iGrow1400 controller can be used to monitor and control up to 5 independent heating or cooling microzones. A microzone is a region or compartment within a greenhouse that has a different temperature set point and is used commonly for bench heating, corridor heating, or any other area in the greenhouse with separate heating or cooling equipment. In other words, an M-zone output is basically an independent thermostat with both day and night settings. Note, M-zones can only control on-off type equipments and can be programmed on any of the 12 outputs. So let's go ahead and program an output to be an M-zone. So to do this, you would go hit Enter Menu, Program Equipment, and as you can see, output number 1 is none, but we'll go ahead and change this to be an M-zone. Hit back. Now the first option for M-zones is setting it to control either a heating device or a cooling one. And for this example, it will be a heat device, hardwired to output number 1. Now the next setting tells the controller which temperature probe to use. The 1400 controller has 5 temp probe inputs, so mapping's important. You want to read the correct one for this particular M-zone. And finally, the M-zone deadband, which you would find in System Setup. So let's go ahead and look at that real fast. And if I was to go to System Setup and then go to deadbands, B-heat deadband is the deadband designated for M-zone temperature deadbands. And now that we got that understanding, let's go ahead and go back to our output. And we have it programmed to come on at heat. We're using temp 1 sensor. Now in this screen, we have our first target temperature set point. And as you can see, we have it programmed to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This is enabled, and it's to start at 6 a.m. And we want to go ahead and set the lockout to be at cool 1. If we were to hit next, we have a second temperature set point that is currently disabled, but it could be easily enabled to give you a second temp set point for maybe the nighttime period. Be advised also that these start and end times can also be actually adjusted by sunrise or sunset as well. Now if you want the first set point, the day set point at 68 degrees to be the temp threshold 24/7, you would just leave the second set point disabled. But if at night you want the temp to be decreased or increased, then you would go ahead and enable the second set point. Now the 1400 controller will keep this device on, this output on, so as long as the following 2 conditions are met. The current heating stage or cooling stage is less than or equal to the indicated stage. Secondly, the temperature is above or below the target temperature plus the deadband. So for our example, output number 1 is controlling a bench heater from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and the heater will turn on if the M-zone temperature goes 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Additionally, it will shut off or lock out if the main greenhouse enters cool 1 through cool 6. This way, you're not trying to heat and cool the greenhouse at the same time. And so from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., the set point increases to 75 degrees Fahrenheit and will also lock out if the greenhouse enters cool 1 through cool 6. And that's our microzone programming and understanding video.